Woke up, I look at the computer say, Floyd said, fuck T.I., fuck Nelly, fuck 50. I'm like, what do you say fuck me for? Nelly fucked your first baby mama, Melissa, then took your fucking fiance. Say fuck that nigga. Chat, what the fuck is going on, man? Niggas tell me you down there at the Fat Burger fighting over Tiny. Now that's T.I. bitch, man. You gonna cause these niggas to buy more guns in Atlanta. No, I'm your brother. I'm gonna tell you like it is, Chat. Your uppercut ain't gonna mean shit when niggas start shooting. What? Man, why you keep going back to what she looked like? I wouldn't care if the motherfucker fell out of beauty pageant. It's his bitch, man. No, you listen to me. You ain't never shot a motherfucker day in your life. You 150 pounds. You ain't no gangster. You's up.
You know, everyone needs a little something attention, especially when she ain't getting it. If you ain't giving it, she's gonna go what? To get it somewhere else.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you get confused, he's gonna go, okay, Pa. Oh, just call out. Right. It gets confusing, and then he just goes, call out.
Yo, listen up, cuz this one's wild. 50 Cent. Yeah, the same guy who's tight with Floyd Mayweather and even had some business ties with T.I. decided to let loose during an interview, and it got messy fast. He straight up clowned T.I. after hinting Floyd might have had something going on with T.I.'s wife.
I mean, I think that was fine. You know, everyone needs a little something attention, especially when she ain't getting it. If you ain't giving it, she's gonna go what? To get it somewhere else.
Yeah.
Tiny. That's not just gossip. That's straight fuel to the fire of an already ugly feud. 50 didn't just stop there. He broke down why Floyd would even go to such extreme lengths to get under T.I.'s skin in the first place. From the way it sounds, this beef was never just about business or clout. It was about pride, ego, and a woman stuck in the middle of two men flexing power. Crazy, right? Now, here's where it gets even more twisted. Floyd's version of the story. He claims that while he was in New York, T.I. rolled up on him outside a jewelry store and basically asked him to step aside for a little man-to-man chat. According to Floyd, T.I. started bringing up rumors about women trying to stir trouble between them. With Tiny's name right at the center of it all, Floyd swore he never posted anything about her on social media and wanted to make it clear as daylight that there was no romantic situation whatsoever. But did that settle things? Not even close. Fast forward to Memorial Day weekend in Las Vegas. This is where the drama turned into straight chaos. Floyd says Tiny and her friend Shayna came to his party and everything seemed cool at first. They even all rolled out to a strip club afterward like nothing was wrong. But just when things looked chill, T.I. stormed in, demanding to talk again. That's when the energy in the room flipped instantly. And you already know, when egos that big clash, it's never ending pretty. So here's how Floyd tells it. He straight up warned T.I. to chill out and stop wilding in front of everybody, reminding him, I'm a pro boxer. Don't test me. But instead of cooling down, words got heated. And next thing you know, boom, it exploded into a full-on Vegas showdown. Chairs flying, fists swinging, and the whole scene turning into pure chaos at Fatburger right on the Strip. Can you imagine being there grabbing fries and suddenly ducking furniture? According to Floyd, T.I. threw the very first punch, trying to catch him off guard. But once that swing landed, the bodyguards had no choice but to jump in. Problem is, it was way too late. The fight had already spilled over and the restaurant basically turned into a wrestling ring. People were running, chairs crashing, and the whole spot buzzing like it was a live pay-per-view match. Later, Floyd gave his side in an interview, breaking it down like he was narrating a movie.
Pretty quick, dude. That's
Let
impressive.
me tell you this, bro. This is one thing I will go on record to say. Whatever did happen, if anything did happen, he may be used to talking after his fights. Where I'm from, we don't talk after hours.
Snitches get stitches, man, right?
I didn't say that, you did. All right?
I said that.
I just said what I had
That
to
was
say.
the TMZ
And now ain't nothing else to say.
Okay, I got you.
Now ain't nothing else to say. You know what I'm saying? I move forward, man. I just know I'm pretty as a girl, man. I can take a picture 10 times over.
All jokes aside, man, when it comes to Floyd, man, you think you guys will ever be able to squash this? Like,
I don't even know what there is to squash. I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't even know. I don't even know.
Charity boxing matches?
I don't even know.
In that?
I don't even know, man. Hey, you know what I'm saying? All I know is, man, if I got an issue with anybody about anything, I'm going to approach him and we going to handle it. And that's just that on.
Meanwhile, T.I. barely said anything, just kept his words short and cold. That silence almost spoke louder than anything Floyd admitted.
As soon as I heard it, I'm like, what happened? They was like, nah, son, man, they got into it. Yeah, I punched him in the face. He said, what? Punched him in the face? Nah, man, way too rich for this to be happening. Hey, he punched in the face. And they go, nah, I just came to see him punch him in the face. But I already knew that he kind of had that energy towards, like, with Tiny. You going already, so Tip kind of was feeling like there's something going on between them two. And he should have distanced himself from it. Especially if you're a woman. I know it's your wife and you got those type of feelings. I'm like, oh no, hold on. He's way invested.
Yeah.
Move away from him.
Right.
Even if she's high, friendly, I'm gonna go like this. Hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
Let me get away from her because I know what that is.
You think that's what T.I. was trying to tell him? Like, look, I know she probably not gonna stay away from you, but you need to stay away from her.
Right. But not even that. Well, even if whatever they're going through something and she goes over there because you feel like it.
Yeah.
Like say you addressed it.
Yeah.
And she goes, now that she knows Charlamagne, when she go, I come around, she come hanging around me, and once I'm aware of it, I'm not gonna let her do that.
Yeah.
Right. You're not gonna be a pawn.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be a part of it.
But here's the part 50 Cent highlighted. Tiny was the spark in this whole powder keg. Everybody knew T.I. and Tiny were already going through rocky times in their marriage. 14. Word around the streets was T.I. had been creeping with other women, and Tiny wasn't about to just sit quiet. So, she played it smart and started popping up around Floyd, making T.I. fume with jealousy. That's when the game turned messy. And 50 wasn't shy about his opinion either. He straight up said Floyd should have known better. Like, come on, Tiny was clearly trying to make her man jealous, and a guy like Floyd should have recognized he was just being used as a pawn in their marriage drama.
Joe, when you was out with this dude that I don't with.
Out what? I went out with him.
Hey man, it don't matter. You was at his house.
What you mean?
You was at his house. You in his house.
We went together.
I mean, which time?
Together.
That you were with a dude that I'm at odds with.
Excuse me, but you were with the girl that you met through me.
Were you at odds with her?
Is that any better? Yeah. If I hire you to do a job and you come here and you going to see my man, yes, I'm in odds with you.
Duh.
Word around the streets was T.I. had been creeping with other women, and Tiny wasn't about to just sit quiet. So, she played it smart and started popping up around Floyd, making T.I. fume with jealousy. That's when the game turned messy. And 50 wasn't shy about his opinion either. He straight up said Floyd should have known better. Like, come on, Tiny was clearly trying to make her man jealous, and a guy like Floyd should have recognized he was just being used as a pawn in their marriage drama. According to 50, if Floyd had respected the situation and kept his distance, none of this mess would have even blown up. And if that wasn't enough, this all led to that clip, the one where T.I. and Tiny's mess went public, giving fans something to dissect for years.
Tell us about there.
I don't have a beef with Floyd Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? For me, for the most part, I think the whole thing is misunderstood. I try to understand where he's coming from, which is a little hard to do. But it's just one of those things where I guess he is who he is. And, now he's one of those people that I don't think likes the word no said to him. And I think if anybody does that, I think that's what kind of gets underneath his skin a little bit. But I don't know. It's kind of hard talking to a guy who hasn't graduated from high school.
I ain't got no hatchet to bear.
Alright, let's stir the pot even more, because 50 Cent swears this drama between Floyd and T.I. wasn't just about Tiny. It actually ties back to Floyd's long-running beef with Nelly. Yep, this rabbit hole goes way deeper than people thought. See, Floyd had a problem with Nelly for years, starting with whispers that Nelly was messing around with Floyd's first baby mama. Floyd tried to brush it off at first, but things heated up again when history repeated itself in the messiest way possible. After Floyd dated model Chantel Jackson, who was basically his ride or die for years, their relationship fell apart on ugly terms. Floyd accused her of getting an abortion behind his back, while Chantel later sued him for assault and some serious allegations. It was already messy enough. But then came the bombshell. Chantel popped up dating none other than Nelly. Now imagine this. 2 women in a row linked to Floyd ended up with Nelly. That's the kind of thing that'll bruise any man's ego, let alone a superstar like Mayweather. It wasn't just personal anymore. It was public humiliation. And Floyd couldn't just swallow that. Suddenly, what looked like a breakup turned into a full-blown celebrity soap opera with both men firing shots at each other through interviews, Instagram captions, and even subliminal jabs at events. From 2006 to 2014, Floyd and Chantel had been that flashy power couple, living like royalty while Floyd went from boxing champ to global superstar. But when that split hit, it hit hard. And instead of just moving on quietly, Chantel walking straight into Nelly's arms was like twisting the knife in Floyd's pride. 4 months, the drama played out in headlines with Nelly and Floyd trading shade non-stop. Lawsuits were flying, egos were bruised, and the media couldn't get enough of it. Eventually, Chantel's lawsuit got dropped. And on the surface, it looked like things cooled down. But let's be real, grudges like that don't just disappear. This wasn't just gossip. It was the fuel that kept Floyd's beef alive, bleeding into every other rivalry he had. By 2014, things were already messy enough. But then, Nelly poured a little calm on the fire in an ESPN interview, saying he didn't even have much of a problem with Floyd.
I haven't seen him or spoken to him since we broke up. I don't know, it's been 6 years or something. So I didn't know what to expect.
Is there something still there? Is it like
Stop playing with me, John. I wasn't expecting it, but it was positive.
You know Nelly's single now.
Yeah, but I ain't, so.
I ain't got no hatchet to bury, he shrugged. But let's be real, grudges in this world don't just disappear. And that's when 50 Cent stirred the pot even more by dropping Ashanti's name right into the middle of it all. According to 50, Floyd started playing chess instead of checkers. He allegedly used Ashanti as a pawn just to get under Nelly's skin. Word is Floyd set Ashanti up in a luxury penthouse suite at the Palms in Vegas. And the move wasn't about romance, it was all about making Nelly jealous and sparking even more drama. That's some next-level petty warfare. Now, here's where it hits harder. Nelly and Ashanti weren't just any couple. Back in the early 2000s, they were the power couple in hip-hop and R&B, the kind of duo fans obsessed over. They linked up in 2003, collaborated on music, and kept people guessing about their on-and-off relationship for nearly a decade. Rumors of an engagement even circled at one point, and fans thought they were endgame. But behind the glitz, cracks were forming. By 2013, the fairy tale crashed. After years of keeping their love life private, Ashanti finally walked away, reportedly fed up and disappointed in Nelly. They never went public with all the details, but the silence spoke volumes. Then, fast forward just a year later, Ashanti hit Hot 97 and made it clear she wasn't carrying any bad blood. She even kept it classy when Meredith Vieira hinted that trust issues might have been the real reason things fell apart, with Ashanti nodding deeper into that possibility without fully spilling tea. So while the world thought Nelly and Ashanti's breakup was old news, here comes Floyd sliding her into the story just to poke at Nelly's pride. And with 50 Cent broadcasting it to everybody, the saga only got messier, turning love, ego, and revenge into one big twisted triangle. Ashanti kept it real when she finally spoke out, saying insecurities can push people to act completely out of character. She talked about feeling betrayed, about the importance of growing up, owning your mistakes, and not being a coward when it comes to taking responsibility. She made it crystal clear she's in a whole different headspace now, leveled up, focused, and not stuck in the same cycle of drama anymore. Meanwhile, Nelly's love life wasn't exactly smooth sailing either. His longtime girlfriend, Chantel Jackson, the very same woman who once dated Floyd, confirmed in July 2021 that she and Nelly were no longer together. A fan asked her straight up in the comments about their status, and she calmly replied that they were just friends now. No mess, no shade, just done. Thing is, not long before that, in late 2020, Nelly had actually hinted he and Chantel were working toward an engagement. He was out here talking about how their shared struggles growing up in the inner city bonded them, how they pushed each other to grow, to be better. Then boom, the whole thing fizzled out before it ever got to the altar. And then came that unforgettable moment at the Fat Joe vs. Ja Rule vs. battle. Ashanti and Nelly hit the stage together for the first time since their breakup. The tension was thick, but instead of sparks flying in a bad way, Nelly slid in with a little hug that had fans screaming. On Instagram Live afterward, Ashanti admitted she was shocked to see him, not sure how it would play out or anything.